Welcome, welcome. I can see everybody's starting to come into our attendees. So we will start right on the welcome, welcome. I can see everybody's starting to come in. Um, You all got a little bit of my echo. I apologize. My dual monitors going up, and so hopefully that echo's not coming through. But just getting us onto our live stream on YouTube and LinkedIn, as well as making sure that we're all set to go in there. So I think that we're getting in there. Welcome again, all of you who are entering in. I do always like to do a good chat check, mostly because we need to make sure everything is working before we get live, right? So if you can, in that chat, go ahead and let's have Oh, say hello. Jordan is typing. Nice. RJ, I think that you can go ahead and type, but I don't know if it's giving me the permission. Oh, it keeps on vanishing to let our attendees type in their questions. There we go. I see some people typing in. All right. I think that we have that fixed so that if you are joining us and you are in the crowd, tell us where you're joining from. Test our chat. Make sure that it's working for today. We'll make sure that we have all those things checked off so that we can start right on the hour. I'm excited to be here. This is our August webinar. We have our NeuralSeek updates the fourth Thursday afternoon, mostly to just celebrate everything that we're doing, as well as feature a lot of the things that are going well. With that, I want to get started by introducing Lawrence. And Lawrence, can you kick us off?
Hi. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. We can give it a minute or two to let people flood in. And then I like to showcase the cool stuff that our team is doing and pushing out there. You know, I don't know. I think transparency is one of those things that is not in the world right now in general. And I know, like, talking to so many clients, that this is what they love about us, is that we're such a transparent team. Um, so we've been working on this starter module for a front end that would sit in front of NeuralSeek, and it involves multiple agents doing some data visualization orchestration. Our team's been working very hard at this, and I'm very proud of it. It's data source flexible because under the hood it's NeuralSeek. So you could do a CSV file, Postgres database, MySQL, but honestly, anything that NeuralSeek can connect to, we have 50 plus connectors out the box, this could connect to. So here I have some stock data that I loaded in. I can say, tell me about my top three performing, let's go top five performing stocks. And under the hood, what it's doing is it's going down this multi-agentic chain. And the first step is it's collecting the right data based on that natural language that it processed. And then the second is it then determines the correct methodology on the approach. And once it gets that top five stocks, it then executes a plan for providing a data visualization. So what I like to emphasize is this is a live demo. I bet RJ was probably like, "Oh man, why are you doing a live demo on a webinar?" But this is how confident I am in the team, and I mean, this looks great. I have a landing page set up where you can check it out, and I'll drop it in the link, and I'll have it posted on our LinkedIn. But definitely we can connect to anything that NeuralSeek can connect to. We'll have this multi-agent orchestration going on under the covers, and then we have a nice pretty data visualization. You can copy and paste this, put this into a chart. You can go back and look at the logic and the query that got that result. So yeah, on top of that, we have some exciting things coming out. Next month, we have an event this time in September with the expert panel. We've John Bosco, 25 years applying RMF or FSS. We have Nick Demchev from AWS. He's a global partner there. So he sees AI delivery projects globally. And then Garrett Rowe, our founder, 200 plus clients, 1,000 go lives, 10,000 AI agents that NeuralSeek has built. And you'll learn all about Sterling Committee best practices, the Center of Excellence formation, and AI risk ownership and accountability. Definitely get your spot taken. There's going to be limited seating here. With that, I could hand it over. Thank you.
Well, that's exciting. I mean, go ahead, share us in the chat. Those are a lot of good things happening. I'm going to bounce now over to RJ. RJ, can you give us product updates?
Yep. So, hey everyone. Gonna cover some of the new stuff in NeuralSeek. Getting my screen sharing up. Perfect. So, I mean, first off, right, we support some of the new open source models from OpenAI across a lot of platforms, right? So last month we added Claude 4 and several of the OpenAI O series models. So you can see under the OpenAI category, right? We have a ton of the O series models, plus the new GPT-5 and also the new open source ones available on like Hugging Face and Watson X. Um, from there, right, we've added a few new things in the configuration here and there. We now allow you to configure the timeout of sessions under platform preferences. This is something that's new. So when you pass us a session ID, we can automatically time out the context for that conversation. Or separately, if you only pass us a user ID, we can manage that session the same way. So that's something that's new. Outside of that, we've been constantly working on things in Maestro, but a quick little um, look at that, right? We have few new things. So file handling in our chat SDK, we've made a little easier. We'll upload a file as a base64 encoded payload. So if the Maestro flow detects that we've got that payload, we can save that as a document over in Maestro. We also released custom connectors, which I don't have a demo for right now, but we could easily build one, right? So go to like the weather forecast. We can actually save this as a custom connector instead. So we're not advertising any outputs, but we're going to advertise that we need location in the flow. So we're going to save this and it becomes a new custom connector that you can interact with. So like, location, this will be what's prompted to the user, and then an optional Maestro call URL API key. If this doesn't live in your instance, we can call another one. I think that's the real highlights for now. Upcoming soon, we're going to have a out of the box Slack integration. So you'll be able to talk to NeuralSeek out of the box right in Slack, all the way down to a custom payload, a custom manifest for that, right? If I grab an instance there, I can show you. Yeah, so we'll make it as easy as grabbing a manifest file, copying it, and creating a new app in your Slack directory. And then you'll be able to give us the credentials for your Slack app and also have like a few additional settings that you're able to use. We're going to come out with some cool things around this so that you're able to route events to agents. So you can take our out of the box handling or do some custom stuff with it, display home pages and file handling. I think that's what I'm excited for. I can probably hand it off to the next one and chain Joy. Stop sharing.
Oh, there's a good little jump over there. Jordan, that's your cue. Let's update us with what's going on that side.
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. I'm Jordan. I'm going to be talking about some of the community and documentation efforts. So if you give me one moment to share my screen, we'll walk through some new updates when it comes to our documentation page, as well as some new channels for you to interact with the NeuralSeek team in our community page. So I will also drop this link that I have here in the chat if you are joining us on the Zoom. But it is documentation.neuralseek.com. This is our technical resource for when it comes to learning to interact with NeuralSeek, whether you're looking for deeper explanations into features, nodes when it comes to building AI agents, or some out-of-the-box guides and demos. Documentation.neuralseek.com is where I will always point you towards, and then we can talk about community when it gets to additional questions. But I flash this every time. I'll walk through a few of the new updates for this month. On our Getting Started page, if I'm looking over in the table of contents, there's actually a new update with a quick map table to show us use cases and then the related documentation of features. So we'll talk about if you have a use case with virtual agents, what are some of the key features NeuralSeek highlights there, and our documentation links. This roadmap can kind of get you started with what links to access throughout our documentation page based on your use case or a specific feature that you're looking for. I really like to highlight this quick map here because if you're familiar with our documentation page, we have some heavily nested folders and quite a bit of material on this page. If I start to expand our left side menu, so for a quick map, like it's stated in the title, check out the new use case to features pipeline here that we have on our homepage. Just scroll to the bottom or check it out in the table of contents. As for some new UI updates, under Explore the Interface, this is where we can look at each one of the corresponding tabs on our NeuralSeek page. So whether I need some information about the home screen or deep into Maestro, if I expand this page, not only do I get overview of what each of the features of Maestro does at a higher level, I can dive deeper into the NTL functions, which are those nodes that we use to build the AI agents with and that you can connect with. Those are consistently being updated. I do want to highlight some updates on our Curate page as well, specifically bulk uploading questions and answers. So NeuralSeek makes it really easy to expedite the process of intent generation, either for your own NeuralSeek environment or if you're looking to quickly bootstrap a virtual agent. Our Q&A upload, I'll flash the screen, originally lived on our home screen, but we can now find it under our Curate screen as well, under a Load Q&A tab. We offer a template for you to utilize and quickly download and add SME checked question and answer pairs. Then with just a point and click, we can drag and drop and upload that file with however many test questions you have or SME backed questions. So anywhere from 5 to 100 test questions, if you want to quickly bulk upload those into your Curate tab for intent generation, NeuralSeek makes that really easy to do. And there's also a section where you can improve your answer quality by running them through Seek. So on the Curate page, under Explore the Interface, we have a bit of documentation walking through those steps and then some tips and tricks when it comes to loading up Q&A into NeuralSeek. As for updated guides, under guides and walkthroughs, I can expand the 3 different tabs for data, integration, and models is what we have them separated by. Data is where we'll see guides related to our data, whether that's our virtual KB guide, an overall tuning guide with best practices for tuning your NeuralSeek instance to improve your answer accuracy, avoid timeouts, filter your documentation, etc. And then document ingestion too is a recent one that's been added that comes up quite a bit. This one is specifically related to PDFs. How can I utilize NeuralSeek's load tab as well as an AI agent to improve my process of uploading PDFs into a knowledge base, if that's what I'm using, to ask some natural language questions about. So it has 3 different subsections in it, and we're always building out more for different file types. As we know, there are many more different file types that can contain our corporate documentation than just PDFs. So this one will walk us through how to do that process in Maestro with PDFs solely with text, PDFs with images, as well as long PDFs that might need a looping or chunking mechanism that contain both text and images. So be on the lookout. Right now we have the one with PDFs, and we're always looking to add new guides as well for other file types if you have questions about document ingestion. As for integration, there's been a few updates to our Chat SDK guide, a little bit more in depth, as well as an overall properties table if you're looking to understand what each element in NeuralSeek's Chat SDK contain and how to edit them or utilize them. So check out that updated table. And then another one that we also have new in our documentation under integration is a nice CX1 integration guide and walkthrough. This is a pretty heavy guide. It contains a lot of content about an end-to-end flow for that chat point of contact with NICE CX1 and a NeuralSeek agent. So feel free to check this one out if it kind of aligns with what your use case is. It walks through in detail, step by step, as well as has some samples for downloading, plenty of pictures and diagrams to understand the architecture and how those integrate. When it comes to documentation, if you have additional questions after checking out the documentation.neuralseek.com page, are looking for some connection with a NeuralSeek expert to get those questions answered, I'd like to point us towards the community page as well. And that can be found in 2 spots, either going to community.neuralseek.com or just neuralseek.com, our homepage. And then we can find in the top headers a couple different places for us to contact. So if you're looking for a demo or to contact about pricing or a support ticket, we have those options here available on the right-hand side. Right in the middle too is the community page. When I click that tab, it will prompt me to log in. It's a free account, so I highly recommend that everyone creates a community page account because you get a lot of access to events, media drops, new feature announcements. If you want those news updates earlier than our monthly webinars, or you want to connect for more support or have a general discussion around the product, then feel free to create a community page account. I'm currently logged in, so this is kind of what my screen would look like if you were also logged in. And when I click on community, it will bring me to 4 different topics of areas where I can interact. So there are those announcements and feature updates, which I can, typically we see Garrett publish new feature releases that are also highlighted in our changelog and that RJ walks us through here on the monthly webinars. If you're looking for feature requests, feel free to publish a question. We have 2 in there, and then typically we do get responses back to new feature requests when it comes to the NeuralSeek product. General discussion and product Q&A discussion are two that I really like to highlight, especially if you're involved with NeuralSeek's 6-week cohort program that is currently going on. We're heading towards the end of our second cohort within NeuralSeek for the summer months. And general discussions typically where we see a lot of that general discussion around the cohort, around community, or just around NeuralSeek product in general. And then product Q&A questions is where we can get that additional support or feedback if you have questions around a feature use, around a specific use case that you're working on, something that you're not quite seeing in the documentation and need to alert the team of as an update, then feel free to drop it in product Q&A discussion where we'll see an expert from our team, typically Garrett, RJ, or another one of our team members help respond back and updating our community members' questions. So yeah, if there's any questions centered around community or documentation, feel free to drop it in the chat and I'd be happy to point you in the right direction. But I believe that's all from me.
Thank you, Jordan. Really, we keep these as a very consistent touch point. We try to highlight all the things that are happening. So hopefully everyone give a shout out to Lawrence, all the things that he's doing over on that end with our team. Shout out to RJ with the product and with keeping us innovative, as well as with how that's marching forward. And Jordan, thank you for maintaining us with the community page. Does anybody have any general questions before we say adieu? And thank you for joining us live. Thank you. I see some thank yous in there. Everyone shout out to all of that. And we will catch you all next month.